Rome built the rules, but the Dutch, they packed those rules into barrels, loaded them on ships, and sailed them straight to Africa. That's how Roman Dutch law was born, a fusion of Roman ego and Dutch greed, signed and sealed by the VOC, the Dutch East India Company. The EVC was the first multinational corporation in history. Well, the biased known and written story we now call history anyway. They had ships, armies, shareholders, and a mission: profit by any means necessary. They didn't just bring goods, they brought a legal toolkit that made theft sound respectable. A contract here, a signature there, and suddenly your land was theirs by law. Imagine someone shows up at your door with a paper you can't read and says, "Sign here for peace and trade." You sign. Next week they own your backyard and start charging you rent. That's not a deal, that's colonialism in a suit and tie. Meet Hugo Grotius, the man who turned law into the language of business. He said, contracts must be kept. Beautiful idea, until you realize only the powerful had the right to make those contracts. They called it natural law. But the only thing natural about it was how naturally it favored the colonizer. 1652. Van Riebeeck arrives with Dutch law, Roman principles, and zero regard for any law that was already here. Our people had councils, elders, and justice rooted in restoration. They had a Bantu, but to the Dutch, that wasn't civilized law, because it wasn't written in Latin. And so began the age of the document, where a piece of paper could erase a people's existence. The Dutch didn't need to fight every battle with swords, the law fought for them. The Romans built the rules, the Dutch took them to sea, and we're still living under their waves. But remember, the sea that brought their law can also wash it away when we finally stand as one on our own shore.